What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. Still crying tears. Sixers did not get Kawhi Leonard. But anyway, it's back to the grind. You know, my man Rand Paul slams Brennan. John Brennan started out his childhood by voting for the Communist Party presidential candidate. I guess I should play the video. I don't know what the video. This is former CIA Director John Brennan. Everybody's having their takes about Trump and Putin summit. Let's see what it do.
Did yesterday was to betray the women and men of the FBI, the CIA, NSA, and others, and to betray the American public. And that's why I use the term that this is nothing short of treasonous, because it is a betrayal of the nation. He is giving aid and comfort to the enemy. That was one of the initial reactions.
So Russia's the enemy? Is I thought we're fighting Al Qaeda. I thought Al Qaeda was the enemy. I mean, we're back against the Russia. I mean, come on.
Actions. CIA Director John Brennan. A lot of reaction on that, blasting the president's trip with Vladimir Putin. President firing back an interview with Tucker Carlson last night to John Brennan and others.
Brennan's a very bad guy, and if you look at it, a lot of things happened under his watch. I think he's a very bad person. I also think that when you watch Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, when you watch all of the things that have happened, and Comey, take a look at that, and McCabe, who's got some pretty big problems, I assume. You look at the deception, the lies. They're being exposed for what they are, and it's a shame that it has to happen, but it's really hurt our country.
Senator Rand Paul, member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Senator, good day to you. I saw you on Monday afternoon from Helsinki talking to CNN. That was a firework in itself. What do you think about what John Brennan's doing right now? Let's start there.
You know, John Brennan started out his adulthood by voting for the Communist Party presidential candidate. He's now ending his career by showing himself to be the most biased, bigoted, over-the-top, hyperbolic, sort of unhinged director of the CIA.
How you call somebody unhinged? My bad.
We've ever had, and really it's an insult to everything about our government to have a former head of the CIA calling the president treasonous just because he doesn't like him. But realize that Brennan, you know, I filibustered Brennan. I tried to keep Brennan from ever being the leader of the CIA.
You know, I swear to God, whenever something goes bad, right, you always have Rand Paul talking about, I filibustered this bill, I filibustered this candidate, every time. He's always, I swear to God.
But realize that Brennan and Clapper are known for wanting to expand the authority of the intelligence agencies to grab up everyone's information, including Americans. And so I don't have a lot of respect for these people. Even before they decided to go on hating the president, I disliked these people because they wanted to grab up so much power and use it against the American people.
Okay, now, you characterized it very well the other day. You said if you've been investigated for a year and a half on claims that you don't find founded, then what are you supposed to think? And that was the perspective of the president on Monday, and I know that's what you believe. Here's the tweet. Some people hate the fact that I got along well with President Putin of Russia. They would rather go to war than see this. It's called Trump derangement syndrome. I think you as a doctor diagnosed that, did you?
Yeah. Well, you know, I think the best way to look at this, and I've told people, is that, you know, Reagan called out the Soviet Empire for being the evil empire, tear down the wall. He had very aggressive rhetoric, but then Reagan did sit down with Gorbachev, and I'm guessing in their personal meetings he didn't call him an evil tyrant. He didn't storm around and shake his fist. They had rapport in order to get to 4 major strategic arms reductions where we reduce nuclear weapons, reduce the threat of nuclear war. So I think that Trump responding at times with, you know, bold rhetoric against some of these foreign leaders, against North Korea, but then being willing to sit down with them really is in the mold of what Reagan did. And I think just deranged as Trump. And I think
we got that Trump-Reagan comparison. Look out now. Watch out now.
That's why they're crazy.
So much of this issue comes back to him and how he's trying to sell it, though. I know what he's thinking. He's saying, I want it, get over it, don't try and take it away from me on illegal grounds. But he's got to say it that way. And if he doesn't say it that way, people don't remember where he's coming from. I think that was a lot about what happened on Monday.
Right. I agree, and I think a lot of it is that the president sees the Mueller investigation. He sees all these accusations from partisan Democrats, Hillary Clinton saying, oh, he colluded with the Russians. But then he also sees that the only people who actually we know colluded with the Russians were Hillary Clinton, who paid a British agent, who then paid Russians for information for this dossier. So he feels like the intelligence community cooked up a political or partisan investigation. But also part of the Mueller investigation is something that should be investigated, and that is who hacked into Hillary Clinton's emails. And so I think he sees the part where he's accused of collusion, and he responds to that, and it taints the whole investigation, whereas there is part of the Mueller investigation that is actually legitimate, and then there's part of it that is just simply a partisan attack on the president.
A lot of nuance, and you clarified it well. You're going to talk to Mike Pompeo.
Pause this beforehand. I wish Rand Paul was like 8 inches taller. Then he would definitely have a chance at presidency. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he still has a chance down the line. He's quite. He's still in his youth. But he put that poignantly. You know, I mean, it's. You know, it's terrible. I've never would have seen they were able to get the propaganda over that people would want war with Russia, want confrontation with Russia. I don't want no beef with Russia. You know what I mean? If the astute of us see China as a bigger threat. I remember I had this when I was working at the jail. This big dude, I can't remember, man. Big white guy. Sergeant, right? I mean, he was big. I mean, he was like, you know, he's heavy set. You know what I mean? But he was kind of a big guy. He had this fucking Chevy pickup truck with fucking all tricked out. He was racing fucking Mustangs on the fucking 202 and route. What's that route in fucking Delaware downstate? There's a road that goes downstate. Anyway. He was like, I ain't worried about Russia. This is way back, man. He's like, I'm worried about the Chinese. They got all billions of... I was sitting there looking at him like, you know, and it's crazy, you know. I mean, people from up north, like, you know, and people have mentioned that, and I was reading the Lipstick Alley and stuff like that, in the south and the north. You know, I don't think you face as much racism in the south, but up north, it's kind of different. You know, I didn't take anything of it, but it's like the stark differences in the people up here, and you got to intermingle with them. You know, down south, you really don't. I mean, you really don't intermingle with other people as much. That's what I meant to say. Not so much about racism, but anyway, I was just like. I'm thinking like, yeah, really? I mean, I didn't worry about sitting there worried about like the Chinese are coming or something like that. But, you know, in the long term, you know what I mean? I think we might have to face off with China. Now, do you want Russia as an ally for that? Or do you want Russia as an ally with China for that? You know what I'm saying? Or do you want Russia to be, hey, man, don't get into this, man. It's just one mano, man. You stay out. We're good. You know what I'm saying? You got to think of these strategies. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to have to, between Russia and China, we're going to have to choose, man. You know, I see that. You know, now if we could be nice with China, maybe we wouldn't even have to worry about Russia. But since it doesn't look that way, it looks like, you know, China's buying up everything, you know, in Africa, and buying up everything in the States. You know, it might become a showdown once upon a time in the near future. You never know. But I think it would behoove the American people to want to come to some kind of agreement with Russia. You know what I mean? And I thought Putin said that he was keeping it professional. You know what I mean? and you know, to be honest, I like Putin. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody says, man. As a leader for his people, I think he's done all right. And you know, I've asked some. I asked some Russians because I work with a couple. They were like, yeah, you know what I mean? He's all right. I mean, they didn't have a big issue with him. I'll leave it at that. But anyway, this had to play Rand Paul undressing Brennan. You know, I stand with Rand. Rand stands with Trump. I still wanted that Trump Rand ticket. It wasn't to be. But anyway, this is Uncle Hotep. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.